Alrighty, boys. So today we're going to be coaching a hard stuck bronze Kayn main. And this is my boy Archie. He's playing on the NA server. He plays Nunu a lot as well, and we're going to be going over some things with him. I'm going to get him in the call right now. We're going to be doing some coaching. So, hello Archie. How's it going?
And not too bad. How about you, man?
Going good. Here, let me share my screen here so you can follow along with me.
Oh, perfect.
Let's see. You see this?
Ah, dude. Yep, got you.
Alright, perfect. So, first and foremost, let me do a little background check. Let me check your OPGG, just making sure the runes, everything, the builds, everything looking good. So,
Okay.
let me look. So far, we have Dark Harvest, Sudden Impact, Eyeball, Ultimate Hunter, Magic Footwear, Cosmic Insight, Attack Speed, Attack Damage, Armor. So, I mean, do you prefer, well, why do you take attack speed? It's because, like, clearing, I guess? Or you just auto more?
Yeah, cause I usually like auto just like a combo thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, it's just like I just use like Blitz.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
really like I'm not really sure what I got those.
Okay.
Now that I see it, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, because I personally, I don't really run Ultimate Hunter. I'd either go like Relentless or Treasure Hunter. But I mean, whatever hunter you take is usually like preference based. Like if you're going to play progressive with Ultimate Hunter, you have like, okay, you can use your ult and then it'll be up faster so you can make a play a little bit faster. So it's more for like higher tempo. And then attack speed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of a bait. I think double adaptive is better because most of your damage is from your abilities, not your autos. But some people they just feel more comfortable with attack speed, so it's another preference-based thing. I also like scaling HP over armor as well, but that's just so.
I see.
First and foremost, you put a ward here. Is there any reason? Just because like people invade a lot in this elo?
Uh, yeah, it's just cause like I don't know, like if I go bot on my blue staking, I usually get kind of tilted.
Okay.
So like I just like to make. I don't care if they take it. I know I can go like to the other side. I've seen your videos about that, but like
Okay.
I just don't like when they take it like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know, so
Yeah,
I
that's
just
fine.
rather do it.
Do that. That's perfectly fine. I was just wondering. So you're gonna start top and you're gonna path towards bot. Yeah, honestly, pathing towards bot or top, either one works here. Because I mean, Quinn's definitely gankable because this is range versus melee, so they're gonna be pushing in a lot. MF, it's range melee versus range. So this bot lane is probably gonna be shoving in, but I mean, in this elo, you can never really tell. Plus, I mean, also, you usually want to path for illusion, so it's pretty smart that you're pathing this way. But usually, you don't have to worry about that Viego. So I'd say like. Normally, what I like to do is I like to put like a little early ward on their raptors, because then you can track where he's at. Because if he goes for an invade on this camp, normally what they would do is like red, raptors, blue, or if he just skips out entirely, you'd probably be able to tell. Because usually after like you farm 3 camps, if he's not here, then something fishy is going on, right? So you can kind of like
Yeah.
process of elimination. So it's like he's either over here or he's over here, right? And you can just like kind of adapt to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's just something I like to do, but Raptor start, that's pretty good if you're going to be going for like a farm heavy clear. So there's like basically there's like a couple different paths you can do with Raptor start. You can either do Raptor, Red, Krugs, and then look for the top gank, which is really good because it's a very quick, easy access, and you have this like quick swoop, and you have so much mobility to work with. Like I said, it's going to be shoving, so this would be smart. If you're going to go Raptors, Krugs, Red, bot side clear, and then you do Scuttle, then you can do your look for a mid gank, and then do Raptors, Krugs, reset, and then look for like a drag solo. That's pretty good, but that's usually only into like farm heavy jungs. Into a champ like Viego, I would look for an early gank. So there's 2 different routes I would tell you to do here if you're gonna look for early ganks. Now you don't always need to do this. This is just something that I personally do, but I mean the most basic thing you can do is full clearing. Just clear all your camps. Might do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what you do, but I think there's 2 really good clears. The Raptor Red Krugs is good for an early gank top, and if you want to look for an early gank bot, you can do Red Raptors, and then you can head over to your Gromp, and you can use your E to go from here to here to here, and you can just make this really quick. Because then you could look for that bot gank really quick, or maybe the mid gank. So if you're gonna look to be aggressive, I'm just giving you like some options of paths that you can kind of jot down mentally, or maybe rewatch this and go like try it
Do you
out.
think like since Viego, I should have done like the fast path thing?
I mean, typically you could. It's something I would do, but at the same time, I mean, at this elo, you kind of get you have more of a feeling than I do of like what people are gonna do. by the way, here, let me help your clearing here. So with right here, so first and foremost, whenever you're clearing with Kayn, usually on certain camps, not this camp, but on this camp, you want to make sure that you're queuing into the wall, so you just hold it there and you just sit still. Because if you queue into the wall, it cancels the animation of like the dash and strike. So that animation that takes like 0.5 seconds, cancel it, so you get more autos in. So that's something a little bit faster. And then right here, whenever the red buff is below 500 HP, you want to make sure that you just kill it with your autos. Because look at how long you're gonna wait for your Q to come back up here. So you had to wait 5 whole seconds. So no, you just walk around. Because normally you want to go from point A to point B as fast as possible. So you have to.
Yeah.
It's a little stuff like that in mind will help you out tremendously, in my opinion.
That's actually good to know. That
Yeah.
500 health, because I know that I can queue over the wall there, but like sometimes I say it's just like I have the cooldown on.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I can...
This camp as well, you can like queue into the wall as well. So right here, this is error number 1. I'm gonna point out to you. So generally,
Okay.
I mean, like I said, you don't have too much of an idea where the enemy junk started because you didn't get this early ward. That's just something I do, but so you don't really know where the enemy junk is. But I can guarantee you one thing: if you're gonna go for the Raptors red Krugs clear, the enemy top is pushing. You can always get to there before the enemy junk can get to there. You can always find that gank before they will. And with how out of position Quinn is and how long of a lane this is, Quinn is not able to make it from here to here in time. So ideally what you want to look for is just looking for a gank and an appropriate route. If you ever see them like, if you ever think this is warded, you can go like hop this wall and then hop this wall and then go around. But I mean, you never really saw her leave lane. She kind of just stayed in it. So she didn't ward here. So this is like a perfect angle where you could just gank and get a free kill. And then that would help Cho'Gath's lane out a lot, because typically when you gank a lane and get a kill, you also get their flash, and then that makes the next gank easier and easier, right? So with this clear you're doing right now, right here, there's one big mistake, or yeah, definitely one big mistake, because you could have looked for a gank, but if you're not going to look for a gank, you should reset, because if you reset, you can get a longsword, and if you don't buy a pot, you can get a tier, which will help you stack your tier faster, but if you don't, or if you reset right here, you get a longsword, and it would take you around the same time to go from here to here, as opposed from here to here, right? And yeah, then you're a little bit healthier as well. You're going to be like full health, and you're going to have 10 extra damage. So if Viego is pathing down here, you can look to go for a little contest here, because you're going to have a little bit more damage, and you're going to have a little bit more HP, because you just got a full reset.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's definitely something I would keep in mind if you're gonna do that Raptor clear, which a lot of players do. It's a very good clear. You could do it pretty much every game if you want. It's very easy to farm ganks, and those are just the two options. So obviously, point A would be gank, and point B would be the reset and go down here.
Yeah.
It's a little food for
Oh wow.
thought. And I'm gonna give you another pointer here. So this is a very advanced mechanic. So if you're going to farm these camps, note the time that you wait in between camps. So Raptors, Red, Krug. So next time you go to farm those Raptors, after you kill them, you're going to have to wait 20 seconds Krug spawn, right? So if you're going to go for a farm heavy clear, what you'd want to do is Raptors, Krugs, Red. Because then next time they spawn, you're going to go Raptors, Krugs. No, wait. Same thing applies over here. So Wolves, Gromp, Blue, as opposed to Wolves, Blue, Gromp. The only time you farm Wolves, Blue, Gromp is if you're going to be doing this traditional full clear where you farm the wolves and the blue at the same time, which is honestly you could probably find that pretty easily if you look at like any Kayn full clears. Pretty much every Kayn main you use it. I know I've been using it for like past 3 years, so if you look at any of my old videos, you'll probably be able to find it. Very easy to pull off as well. Here you're queuing into the wall. That's better. That's better. You want to make sure it's like, yeah, it's like right on top of you. All good. Yeah, because look at, this is like a main issue that a lot of players in your elo face, is that the game starts from like second one, right? So you need to be making sure like, okay, I'm going to be finding where the enemy jung is. So usually I put this ward 35 seconds before the buff spawns. And next thing is clear speed. So Kayn, if you're going to full clear, you can always full clear before 3:15. It's 3:31 and you haven't even finished all your camps and you haven't ganked yet. So there's two options you could do. You can either go for fast and efficient clear speed, or you can look for fast and efficient ganking. What you're doing here is like a mixture of trying to mix both, but then in doing that, you're actually accomplishing either of those things. So just a little food for thought that if you're gonna go for a certain playstyle, you need to stick to that playstyle. So if you're gonna go for farm heavy, you have to make sure that you're
Yeah.
farming very fast, very efficiently. And if you're gonna be looking for ganks, you're gonna be looking as much as you can. So anytime you're around these areas, you know, just try and keep an eye. Honestly, you don't need to like constantly look at lanes like I do. Look at the minions. So this is a big minion wave here, so obviously not gankable. But when this shoves out, it's gonna bounce back. So in around like 30 seconds to a minute, this is gonna be gankable. So this is like a good indicator. Like, okay, you can farm this, farm your top side, reset, and then you can look bot, and it'll probably be gankable. Or you could look mid. Well, Katarina's pretty hard to gank, but you have Zoe Bubble. So if she's ever overextended, you could look there. Then top, yeah, top is just free ganks this game because too long of a lane for Quinn. That's good CC, good setup, and you can get like a good angle. So, full food for thought on how I personally would path this game. Overall thought process. Right here, this is gonna be some unwarranted downtime. So first and foremost, you never want to hit the vision plants. If they don't know that you're
Why?
there, you don't want
Mm.
you don't want to. You always kind of want to remain unseen, kind of like the Evelyn mechanic where you're always invis. You always want to make
Yeah.
sure that they have no idea of the general vicinity you're around. So if you hit this, they can see that you hit it, and then they're gonna be like, okay, someone's there, and they're gonna be a little
Oh.
bit more on guard, right? So typically, yeah, you never want to hit these vision plants. The blast plants are fine, but vision plants you never typically want to hit. So now you're gonna be pathing back up. So normally what you'd want to do, you look for things quickly. So if there's a mid gank, which there isn't, usually this is gonna be another really big pointer for you. So you see this terrain right here, this giant rock terrain.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if they're pushed past this terrain, it's gankable. Same with this, and same with this. So if you're ever thinking, oh, can I gank this? Well, the damage aspect, you're gonna have to find out on your own. You know, trial and error. That's the fun in the game, right? You got your limitations, but it's a general basis. If they are pushed past this terrain, or this terrain, it's gankable. And I'll do you one better. If they're pushed past this terrain, that terrain, or this one, it's a free gank, which means they are just way
Mm.
too overly invested, and you can stay on top of them enough to kill them. If it is obviously a 3v2 and or 2v1. If it's a
Yeah.
counter gank, then that's more advanced things. It's something you're not have to gonna worry about if you're like diamond or master. So you see Viego, and you're like, okay, go to help. Perfect, that's great. Awesome, I'm glad you did that. A lot of junglers, they are very tunnel vision, so that is perfect that you did that. I'm gonna have to teach you that one.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So, right here. See, look how much downtime there is. After that play's done, there's not really much that you can do. Maybe you could look for the shove, but I mean, that's two minions going to shove automatically. So you just farm your camps and look for the
Yeah.
reset. Or you could look for the cutoff on the twin here as well. There's a lot of opportunities, but like I said, no matter what you're doing, you have to make sure that you're just getting straight to that point. You can't be like, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. No matter what you're going to do, decide on it and go with it. If it's a wrong play, wrong call, I mean, it's just about getting rid of the lack of hesitation. You don't want to be hesitating on anything. And I could just see in some of your plays, you're like, okay, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
Whatever you're
That's
gonna do,
actually true.
yeah. So, okay, this is good, but notice that you haven't reset yet. This is why normally jungs reset early on. So after you clear those camps, because the best time to reset is when your camps are all respawning. So then you have that kind of time where there's not really much you can do on the map. Because right now
To
you're
do.
you're really just running around the map looking, oh, can I do something here? Can I do something there? You're not sure about anything. You're unsure in your jungling, and find a lot more like clarity in what exactly the right play is. Because you can't kill MF damage like
Yeah.
this. You're gonna need more
Yeah.
damage, more XP. That's how Kayn works. You just need to be overall stronger.
I thought like in that case, I thought that I would just like just get like some herbs.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. But see, the thing is that you have to think about the big picture. Is that you would have reset maybe 30 seconds a minute ago, farm all your
Hmm.
camps, then you would be, able to look for a gank somewhere or a dive somewhere or an objective somewhere. So looking for a small play like that could maybe work out as opposed to looking for something that is guaranteed to work out. This is why farming your camps is so important because it's a guaranteed advantage that you're going to be building on the enemy, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah, the E mechanic. This one's kind of a hard mechanic with like Eing. You could actually E from here to here to here to here, but you have to make sure that you're like
Hmm.
looking behind. So if you're gonna be somewhere, so when you're in here, you just click here normally, but then you click this wall, not on the wall, but right here behind. You click
Yeah.
behind on the terrain, and then you click behind on that terrain. So if you ever want to do that properly, how you do that. That'll save you some time too. Alright.
Yeah, sometimes I do. I think when I'm like blue, I do it like easier, but like in that case, since I don't know why it just didn't work.
I noticed you didn't get a tier either. That's kind of a very important item for blue to find. It gives you a lot more to work with. Lots of damage.
What? Sorry?
A tier.
Mm.
Yeah, because it builds into mana immune. So typically what I would do as Kayn is my first reset I want to buy a tier, but my second reset I would buy a tier. And then I'd start working towards mana immune because that item's great. So typically I'd go like, you know, your typical mythic, so Dustblade, and then I'd follow it up with a lethality item. So maybe if you need Edge of Night, maybe if you need Serpents, maybe you need Axiom. See, this game, I mean, depending on how things go, I don't think you need Edge of Night because their CC isn't that bad. I don't think you need Serpents because they don't have shield. So Axiom would be like a great item here. And then after that, you get Mana Immune Grudge. Massive power spike if you like that. So much damage. And right here, this is a play that you need to just see as a dead play. Like, there's definitely moments that are just, you just need to like, this is kind of the same thing I was talking about earlier. I'm just going to reiterating it so you get in mind. Right here, when you see 3 over here, unless Zoe starts to move, there's nothing you can do here. So if Zoe moves, you can go. But if she doesn't, you just have to be like, okay, I need to get the Scuttle, I need to get the Gromp, and, you know, maybe a reset or maybe go look top for Krugs, top gank, right? Because you've
So
been
should I
pathing,
just let him?
yeah, exactly. You just let him die. Let him die. A lot of the time, people don't want to do that, because your teammates' emotions will get involved. But no matter what goes on here, I can tell this is going to be like a play where something of value is going to get lost. Maybe a flash, maybe a death.
Oh yeah, I missed the flash there too.
Whether you
Yeah.
did the flash or whether you missed this or not, it doesn't matter. It's about the leading up to it.
Quick flame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, what happened in like Lee and DCL, I feel like if you don't go there,
Yeah.
like they get mad at you, you know, like
Yeah, I get that.
you know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. I deal with a lot of that too in my games, but the thing is if you're playing consistent and you're playing well and you just ignore those people that are like freaking out, then I mean sometimes they're gonna hit you, but more often than not you're just gonna wind up carrying them because anyone that's gonna flame you or anyone that's gonna flame in general, they're gonna find a way to no matter what. Like right now they could say, oh, you haven't ganked, oh, you're not CSing enough, everything. So
Yeah.
someone's gonna flame, they're gonna flame. You shouldn't be changing your playstyle based on others' opinions, you know. So right here, you're kind of behind. A good thing is no objectives got taken, so you always have that comeback potential because Blue Kayn comes back really well. And a lot of the things that you're going to work on is strictly going to be your early game because all this, you see this like 20 to 40 minute bracket.
Yeah.
This is not something that you'd really need to work on. The entirety of the game is going to really be defined in like the first like 15 to 20 minutes. That's why a lot of high-elo games, they don't go past 30 minutes. They don't go past like 25 minutes. They're over really quick. Because a lot of the game is decided within these like first 15-20 minutes. So let's see, you look for the gank here. So take the red. So if you're ever gonna look for a gank, you always come from behind them. So what I'd be looking for, if Quinn keeps pushing up, looking for anything, I would Q over this wall and then you can E over this and you're behind her, right? You always want to be using your abilities and your kit as tactically as you can. Because whenever you're approaching a gank, always be behind them and stay behind them. So, say she's right here and you're right here. Don't go through her, you go with her, right? But right here,
I see.
yeah, you're going to be in a position where, is this gankable? Maybe, yeah. It's something that would work out now, but you're going to find situations where it doesn't work out. But if you fix it right now, then the future situations, it's going to work out for you a lot more, yeah. So, 2 camps, get an objective. That's a good call. Perfectly fine. Good control ward, nice. Great placement for it. Sometimes I'll hide the control ward in a corner just so it's not like out in the open because if they walk past, you know, they don't always like check in the corners, you know, but if they like walk past, they're gonna see it. So I'd put it like in either one of these corners. Cool. Food for thought. You see Diego bot side, I'd say the #1 thing you want to like going off in your brain is he's here, you could ping it out, and you could maybe even ping your team, like if someone wants to go for it. Obviously they can't, but sometimes, you know, just ping them out. So pinging's a very good thing as a jungler. So if you take this, and you know Quinn just died, Katarina's missing, but once she shows in lane, kind of a free go to go into his topside junk. And this is where having a second control ward can come in really handy. Because control ward
Mm.
will secure you this objective or a sweeper, right? Making sure that
Yeah.
you're doing it no vision. Then if you are able to go deep in the jungle, you could take camps and then you could put a control ward so then you could start tracking Viego's every move.
Word. Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
So that's one of those moments where you can kind of like build an advantage on that. Okay, right here.
Yeah.
Know what you were going for, and I'll just kind of tell you mechanically what you should have done. So, Quinn pops up. Never want to use your E early. Always want to wait till they CC and then E. Because they can cancel your E. Or you want to go like to the right, not left.
Yep. That went pretty bad.
I mean, it happens. So, you're going to head over towards... Bot lane's really overextended. Usually when they're really overextended like this and they're kind of low, I would kind of be like, okay, if they stay, I'm going to head down. Because think about it. The Rift, this play, it pretty much already died, and they should have taken it. So this is a situation where you just think like, okay, I should just give this. Because real play to make would be in this bot side. So going to your like bot side camps. Because you're on a fresh reset, you're a little bit stronger. Viego, he could take all 3 of your bot side camps. So if you're doing this, you're forcing
True.
yourself in a very aggressive situation where you're forced to 50-50. Right here, you have the advantage because you have a bot lane who's fresh reset, mid lane who's fresh resetting, so you can like fight and skirmish this. But if you go top, you're gonna have to go here to get the camps and XP back, and you don't know if Viego is here, and if he is here, you have to fight him. And here, if he's here and you fight him, you have a lot more leverage, right? So after a play like that, you kind of just have to know the recovery of always playing towards the strengths as opposed to the weaknesses. Looking to catch people on overstays, like their bot lane, would have been a fantastic player. Even right here, be overstaying. Oh, no, I think she just came back, but she's like overextending a lot. Okay, this is good. Okay, nice. Get a good angle on her. Not bad. Got a flash. Oh. Yeah, so this is where like you're like, okay, the flash, you have 15, or you have till 15 to just tank top as much as you want. But normally you want to wait till the wave's a little bit more favorable. So there's 2 situations. I mean, you could just wait for the shove in and the dive, but then you have to watch out for the counter gank, or you could just wait till she's shoving in again, which will happen in about a minute, because once this big fat wave crashes in, it's going to bounce back. You're going to be able to do that gank again. Oh, she's actually rotating on you. That's the worst. I hate it when that happens.
I know, like, yeah, that was fun on. I was getting kind of tilted there, cause
Yeah. I totally get it. Oh yeah, by the way, never early smite. Never, ever, ever. Always
yeah.
save your smite.
You do that.
Yeah, same thing. She saves her E to cancel your E, so you have to make sure that you're holding on to your E until she uses her E, and then you can use your E. Way. So make sure that you do that. Any champ that has CC, make sure you save your E until the CC's either gone
They
or they
use it.
can't use it on you. Yeah. So, just farming your camps. I mean, you survived. That's fine. Survive, get in the camps. Farm 1 more. You have, yeah, you got your 2 now. That's good. You're gonna stack it a little bit slow, but you're kind of behind anyway, so it's not really the end of the world. Bot, I wouldn't really look for this because you're really low. So just drop. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just do that. You're right there. You don't really have anything to do, right? Like, nothing's gonna be accomplished here. Nothing's gonna be accomplished here. Going for this is asking to die. Going for this is asking to die. So this is where you just reset. All your camps are gone. You just reset, and then you go back to your top side.
And I'm low,
Guess
too.
what? You could look for that top gank I was just talking about. Whenever they use a flash, think about it. You have 5 minutes to play off that lane. But anything that happens here, from this point on, it's not resetting. It's just wasted time. But yeah, you just need to not do that.
Yeah,
Took the wave. Got flashed on and died.
yeah.
It happens. It happens. See, now that you know now, that's like certain reset timers. Reset timers for Kayn, farm all your camps, and if you know it's not gankable, like I said, going if they push past certain things, you're gonna look to like solo kill somebody. You have to make sure that you have better items than them and you have better levels than them. She had a level on you and better items, so gotta be a little bit cautious of that. Yeah. That's just if you're ever gonna try 1v1. I meing 1v1ing with Kayn first form is very difficult anyway, but Once you get a little bit more confident, you can do it. Okay, so just farming top. Seeing Cho'Gath going back, I would think, okay, I could do Krugs, Raptors, and then by the time Cho'Gath's there, I could look for the gank, and then you have this juicy angle where you can go from here, there, and it'll be free because she has no flash. So let's just see how this works out. So you're gonna lead. So you got seen on the ward, so typically anyone would, yeah, they just to run away. And now the gank is gone.
Yeah.
That's why angle does everything with Kayn.
So I should have just gone first there. I think I was telling him to help me or something. I don't remember.
No, you should have let him go to lane, and then you should have just farmed this while he was going to lane, and then once he's settled, then you look for the angle behind.
I see.
He needs to be the initiator. He has the CC. Kayn's not an initiator. You don't have CC, besides your W, but that's if you're like trying to force a gank. That's a situation where she has no flash. It's a free kill. So gotta be able to pick up those free kills, my boy. Alrighty. Farming your Raptors. Okay. Rammus emote. So you went straight to bot here. This is good, just running straight down. But sadly, you weren't able to find anything. Now you see Viego.
Yeah, and Viego was here too.
Could be a good collapse though. Yeah, because you're here, Zoe's here. Oh, I would have just went right on him. You had no reason to be scared there. Good. Lucian over this wall, Zoe right here. Nice though, got the kill. Yeah, because if you ever have someone like trapped like that, don't be afraid. Because if worst comes to worst, you get really low and you're scared to die. You just ult and wait in there until your team comes and kills them. Good play though. I mean, right here, see, there's nothing stopping you from farming all your camps, right? You gotta keep farming all your camps. Kayn is all about farming, so farm all these camps. Then you could reset. Then you could go for the red, and then guess what? You can look top again. And you probably could have killed this guy like 20 times, to be honest. That's the type of things that you're gonna once you like realize that, and once you like start doing it, you're just gonna start picking up free kill after free kill after free kill. Good stuff though. I mean, 14-minute form, not a bad timer to get it. You have your mythic, so you're a little bit stronger. Now, typically, I don't look to go too crazy until unless I have my ult. And right now, because you're not overly strong, you're decently strong, but you're not overly strong. You can't like solo kill people. You kind of have to play through your lanes. So just watching the map, seeing like who's low, who's strong, and like I said, I mean this guy, you can just kill him whenever. That's just a freebie. But right here, I mean clearing all your camps, going for the drag because you have your bot. Win so much right here. That'd be a good call. And stacking up objectives is exactly how you win games fast. So let's see. Right now, you're just normally with this kind of wall going from here to here, you can actually make it from here to here if you use your E and do it the last second. Actually go from there to there. But normally with these type of terrains, I just use my Q to move around. Okay. The MF right there. Okay, nice. Good stuff. Great, even if you die here, you're vibing.
Yeah, it was a big shot.
Nice try. Worked out though. I mean, that's really worth. Perfect. Let's see. What are you gonna buy? I'd probably just buy like, boots works. So you can either go boots or more damage. The whole argument between boots or damage. Typically, you want to get boots if you have a lot of damage because then you could just already do a lot on the map. If you're behind, you want to build more damage. That way you can get more kills and shutdowns. That way, you know, you can actually start building that advantage, and then you can get mobility after. So if you're behind, damage. If you're ahead, mobility. But it's not terrible to do because maybe you'll pick up some freebies and play it like a. If you had Futures Market, you can get another Dirk. That's why I like Futures Market because you can just buy like extra power spikes. Opposed to, I think you took Cosmic Insight and Magical Wear, yeah. But alright, let's see. Farm your top side. Now this is the point of the game where there's not really any like sense of direction or macro, and you're just gonna see a lot of repeated mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So this is where we're just gonna like speed through things. See, every single time you have your camps up, always prioritize farming all your camps and then look for a play. Farm all your camps, look for a play. Farm all your camps, look for a play. And when you want to reset, if there's no play, you reset and then guess what you go do? Farm all your camps again. That's how easy it is to play Kayn. It's nothing too complex. So imagine you were doing that and you had like 150 CS. So this guy's 92. You'd probably have like a whole other item on him. And then think about how much you could do with that strength. And then, you're able to find more ganks that way too. Because if you do it fast enough and efficiently enough, you have more time to look for ganks. So it actually kind of works really well with you. Good C, good play, good kill, good focus, nice. That's a lot of kills. So now we're gonna enter the position of nice. How to start closing the game out. Well, first things first. You want to think about the exact moment they die and the timer that you have to work with. So right here, if you're fast enough, obviously you can get mid turret. You don't need to get it because you're too low, but your team can get mid turret. Go into his top side, look for his camps, take him. You can look for the rift. You can take your Krugs, you can take the Raptors, you can take Wolves, you take Gromp, and you have a massive reset. Because instead of just a good reset, you can have a massive reset. You get a whole new item, you get a bunch of XP. The next time you fight, which will probably be for this objective right here, going to be huge. So that's just something to think about. After a play is made like that, you have to think what is next. So you have a pretty general idea of what is right, but see, if you want to do what's right or what's really fucking good, then you will go for the invade, rift, farm all your camps.
Actually, didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yep, because you have to work with the timers. You don't want to do too much, like I said, because if you like, let's say there was 3 camps and you take all 3, and you do the rift, you might get caught out here. But if you take like 2, you have time to get the rift. So, full food for thought. Yeah, then you get the rift, Cho'Gath yoinks it. See, now you're looking for the invade, and it's beyond risky because they're coming back.
Yeah, I think I die here.
Yep. So imagine you invade, took objective, you live, to take all this, you're strong for the next fight. So see, this is why this game goes from 18 minutes to 43 minutes, as opposed to 18 minutes to like 25 minutes. Because if you just keep making good plays and you don't really make any bad plays, then that's how you climb. That's the secret of climbing. And you'll start noticing more and more, like, okay, I shouldn't be overstaying, I shouldn't be doing this, because am I gonna die here? And if the answer is ever maybe or yes, then you have to be thinking, is it gonna be worth the value? Were those 2 camps worth the death? No. Is MF's 1k gold worth the death? Yes. So you start to kind of understand the value within your own brain of what's worth and what isn't worth, and what's a good death, what's a bad death. Go on Edge of Night, probably because you're worried about the Nautilus CC. I mean, that's fine. You could do that if you're worried about it. If you want to be more aggressive, you could have went Axiom, but it's all good. So you guys fight, and see, now they overstayed, and they might die. Maybe not. We'll see. Either way. Okay, so you guys died again. Even though they overstayed. But, if you were to kill them. It's more so just understanding the response after people die. Because in this elo, it's just going to be like a perma A-ramp fighting, so you're just going to see like a bunch of pointless skirmishing and, doing this, doing that. I mean, it's something that, it's fun, but if you start making all the right decisions, now keep in mind, your team is not going to be making the right decision at all. Your team, 1 million % will not be making the right decision. But look at the enemies. They're doing the same exact thing you guys are doing, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't do what they're doing and they continue to do what they're doing, that's where you start to become a much better and much different player than the players you're playing with. And that's when you start moving up the brackets. You're like, okay, I'm not making these silly decisions anymore. So, this is how you start to climb. It's you start to like pick up on these, like, because once you see gameplay that they do, you realize it looks very familiar to the gameplay that you're doing, right? So that's really why you just have to, like, sometimes it's good to just rewatch or maybe just watch some better players and just think about how all the players play, because I'm sure you've been frustrated over like what your teammates do every now and then, right? But see, if you don't make those mistakes, then that's how you avoid those teammates, because you're gonna climb and you're not gonna have to deal with them anymore. But that's the thing about League, is that it's gonna be players in the next elo that do something else that's stupid with this elo, and then it's just infinite. Even in Challenger they do stupid stuff, so it's never gonna end. But you could change, and then you can climb, and you could benefit from it. So that's what the important thing is to remember. So right here, you get a kill, get some invade. That's good. And 45 seconds before an objective. You always want to reset and spend that gold, because then you can get, a nice little power spike. An extra Warhammer would be nice here, some ability haste, give you some damage. And also another thing is that if there is an objective up here, a play that people could do is sometimes they could just like force the Baron. So having this not warded, this is where a control ward or blue orb, I always get blue orb, to put a little ward here. And you always want to make sure that before the dragon spawns, like a minute before the dragon spawns, you're clearing all your topside camps. Because hypothetically, if you are stronger than the enemy team, you know you can win this fight, and they choose to give you it, then their return could be to make a topside play. And that could be the Baron, that could be your topside camps, that could be a top turret. You have to make sure that you're not giving them a chance to do anything. So that's just a little food for thought, you know, just something to think about. But yeah, the pre-prep before an objective is extremely, extremely important, because if you're well prepared before the dragon and the enemy team isn't getting prepared before dragons, then once again you're gonna have one step over on them. So this is kind of just the consistent things that you pick up on that help you climb and improve much better than everyone else. Right here though, play, pick. Okay, get the ult off, that's perfect. They steal your kill. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, right there. Very ambitious. Oh my goodness, you played so, like you stood right on it. I would have just gone down and around. She could have killed you. But you get the dragon. Okay, and then after the dragon, farm, romp, wolves, all your top side.
Top.
And like I said, yeah, if you have a ward,
Ward.
put a ward there. Yep, exactly. And if you get healthy enough, you can even take the top scuttle. And because you're Kayn, you could always kind of like hover in the wall. And if your E tells you someone's there, then hey, you know, you can back up. And if they're not there, then hey, you get it. Perfect. You see, what all this after the play does gives you a massive power spike for your next fight. So you have a good fight. You say, okay, I'm not going to die here. I'm going to go prep for the next fight. And that next fight, you're going to have that extra item over them. So think about how that just stacks victories on your side as opposed to just this repetitive win fight, lose fight, win fight, lose fight. You're just consistently win fight, win fight, win fight, game over. That's how it works. So you get caught out here. This path thing was kind of weird to begin with because I'm not really sure what you were going for here. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go top, and then you decide to go bot.
Oh.
Go to your top side camps. I mean, there's nothing down here. I guess the bot wave, but that's just not your job to farm. It's mid lane or Bogath or someone else. You can just ping them. See, this is, you know, if the bot wave's shoved in this much, you know someone's gonna be around as well. So almost got a kill, but once again, you give a shutdown, and instead of making a good play and then make another good play, bad play, good play, bad play. So gotta get in the habit of cutting out the bad plays. Good plays are good though, so I mean, it's not like you're not doing things to get, you know, ahead. You're not doing like you're doing those things, but you just need to stop after the
Then
fact
the
to be
bad
like,
plays.
yeah, exactly. So we're gonna speed through this, like I said, because you're gonna see a bunch. I can already tell. Okay, take top TS. Go for this. Here's another fight, another skirmish. Who's gonna win? Kayn or Viego, battle the sentry. Yeah, I played soak caps. If they ever have played soak caps, yeah, I played very slow. But you could win it, I believe. This is just mechanics.
I think I do.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, good stuff. That's what I like to see. All right, and then you can shove out top. Okay, nope, you decide not to. Okay, no, you decide.
I know. Yeah, I see. I gotta be more.
Yeah, more more precise, more precise.
Yeah.
Once you make a call, you stick with it, and if it goes bad, oh well. No, happens. I make a lot of bad calls myself. Looking for a pick. Okay, this is not a bad idea, but I mean, pretty sure you don't have ult. Oh no, you do have ult. Oh yeah, Ultimate Hunter. Yeah, here's where you're actually utilizing that
Yeah.
Ultimate Hunter. That's perfect. Nice, I like that. Yeah, you could probably look for the Raptors here. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Like this as well. See, now this is all good. You get a kill, you immediately think, time to punish, and you start punishing. But see, now you're looking for another pick. You already got the pick, and you already got the punish.
Yeah.
Get all this, reset, item, and then be prepared for, you know, some big objective. Or if all your team's around here, and you get another pick around here, boom, Baron. But looking for another pick down here, I mean, get you bot tower, but you're the jungler, and you're at bots, they're gonna think, oh, we should do the Baron. And if they get the Baron, it's your fault, because you weren't there, and you had the smite. So, gotta be careful with that as well. Let's see, resetting, I mean, you got your man immune, so it's fine. But once again, you can farm all those camps. Oh no, you got Grudge. Grudge. See, I would not go Grudge before Manamune unless they have a lot of armor stackers, and they have no armor stackers beside Nautilus. But you are never focusing Nautilus, so Manamune is way, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah. So, farm the camps. Another camp, okay. Post 20 minutes. You always want to be scared of being in too much bot side. Okay, nice. Got a good kill on Katarina. Shove out the bot wave. Yeah, because you can see that they're not doing things. Shove this wave in, get all that bot CS, and then look for a big mid top, and then look for the Baron. Your team isn't that good at doing Baron, so playing around the dragon isn't a bad idea to do. But think about it, you have one dragon at 27 minutes. It's gonna take what, 15 more minutes to get the next 3 dragons. Oh, pick here is good. Okay, that's 1, 2. Good.
Cancel the E there.
All good. Okay, once you kill MF, this is where I would just get the tower. This is 100% a tower play. 100%.
Like I think.
Yeah, because I mean, you have Zoe, and if Seraphim wants it, fuck off, she can, but yeah, you just walk up and get the tower. Because look how big of a wave that was. If Zoe jumps on, or if Cat jumps on you, you have your E, you can get over the wall, you can go away. You have Edge of Night, so it's not like she can one-shot you. So definitely get the tower. You don't even need to get the init, but get the tower, because then, you know, next time you fight,
already
push,
low
you get
too.
it. Yeah, exactly. So, and then after that, you can go for the invade. You could shove this in, get a reset. See, now this Baron call, bet not happen, because you only want to do a Baron after you got the pick in that moment. Right here, they're all spawning. They're all going to be full HP, and they're going to be full item. And this is 2 people doing it, 3 people doing it. No Seraphim know anything. It's really a risky play. This is pure risk.
Oh no, this is. I was gonna recall here, and this guy told me to do. Like, let's do it, and then like I try to do it. Like if you, and it went like the worst way possible.
Yeah, that's. I mean, think about it like this: you're the jungler, you have the smite, you make the call of what's good. If your gut instinct told you it wasn't a good call, and you were right, that was not a good call. If after you make the pick, that's when you force the Baron. Right there, when they're all respawning and coming, don't do the Baron there. So that's something to delay this game even longer. So all these plays, they just delay the game an extra 5 minutes. Delay the game extra 5 minutes. And the issue with that is that you are definitely fed enough and playing well enough to where you deserve to win because you're hard gap in the Viego, right? But because these plays are happening, you're giving the enemies more time to maybe win. And it's going to reach a point where it doesn't matter who is winning or who is losing, because once everyone is late game, it's purely just stat checking. Which champions do the most to which champions? It's no skill. Late game is very little skill. It's just pure scaling. And blue Kayn doesn't scale that well. Red Kayn doesn't scale that well because laners will always outscale you. So if your laners suck and you're a good jungler, you do not want games to go on long. You want to end them fast by getting objectives, making the right calls. Right here, you got a good pick. See, now right here, you could unironically, I think, yeah, bot inhib would be great. But Quinn's going for this. Yeah, you can go bot. You can get a bot inhib. And imagine you had that mid tower earlier that you took. That's 2 inhibs right there.
Good take inhib.
Yep, and then you could go for the third. You guys just 5-man top. Look for the third inhib. Right here, I mean, you're looking for the wave. See, right here, you just look for the bot tower. Because this is bot tower and inhib. Doing this, it won't do anything for you. Because it's going to take that long to get there, and your team's already there. So this isn't going to do anything for you. So now getting this, and this, and this, be huge. And then this, be huge. Alright. So let's just see what's going on next. You get a kill, sure. Trade 1 for 1. So the shutdown means more time stalled, means more game to play, means more opportunity for the enemies to win, and you're almost full build. And this is scary because once you're full build, you can't get any stronger than that. So they could get stronger, but you can't. That's something to think about, especially as an assassin. Assassins fall off really hard. So you see, looking for a pick, a kill. Nice. Good focus. So your priority order seems pretty good, but I'll just kind of explain it maybe for those that don't know. Priority order is usually the easiest to kill which would normally be like an enchanter support, like maybe a Lulu Soraka, something like that. So the easiest to kill would always be #1 priority, because you probably don't need to use your ult for it, right? And then after that, it
Yeah.
is the person who is dealing the most damage in fights, which you are correct, it would be MF. So going for the MF, because there's no one easier to kill than MF as well, it's kind of 2 for 1, perfect. So focusing MF, #1, huge. And then after that, you look for who does the most damage next, and who is the easiest as well. So Kata Zanya, she's not that easy. You could look for a poke on her, but you don't want to look to like one-shot her. Quinn, you're squishy, you're easy. So it would go MF, Quinn, Katarina, Diego, Nautilus. That's usually how the priority order would go. So you've been doing a pretty good job of it, but just for those people that do not know, it's kind of how assassins work. Okay, get the dragon. Lose 3 inhibs. So losing 3 inhibs is terrifying, but it's good for some comps because you can just farm it out, right? Right now they have all the pressure and you have none of the pressure because you guys did not get a single inhib, even though you could have got 2 earlier, like I mentioned. But you know, happens. You're just looking for poke. You're looking to stall them. Right here, if they're a good team, they would just end. They would end off that. But we're gonna see, how does this game go on for 10 more minutes? So instead of ending, they think, hey, let's do the Baron. And let's see. Nope, they don't even do it. Yeah, I don't know what they did here. But see, looking at this, this could tell you how easy it is to climb in this elo. Because think about it, if you're not doing what they're doing, you're way better than all of them. It's not like you're not, like, you're playing good enough to climb. You're just not playing smart enough to climb. And once you start playing smarter, that's where you're gonna start like noticing that difference, right? So you're making the right plays, you know, you have the right ideas, but then after the fact, you need to think, okay, what next? Instead of thinking like, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. You always need to kind of keep like, your mind just moving as to what the next play is. Because jungle is not an easy role. It's strictly about shot calling, decision making. You know, you're kind of a team leader. And another thing is an assassin. You never want to die 10 times in a game. You want to die like probably half that. You don't want to die more than 5 times. Gotta be careful. Dying too many times, because like I said, every time you die, you're giving the enemies more chance to win. You never want to do that. So,
Okay.
get an item here. Prowler's Claw, that's kind of interesting. What I would look to do is, you can one-shot any of them, right? So you can one-shot MF, you can one-shot Cat, Diego, Quinn. Well, Cat's kind of hard because she has Anya. Oh, what happens when you one-shot 2 of them? You're gonna die after, right? Because you don't have your ult, your Dust Blade runs out. If you have GA now as your last item, you could still one-shot them, right? And you're going to be able to come back and maybe get another one-shot in. And because you have ultimate on her, maybe your ult will even come back up. You don't know. But see, with Axiom Arc, if you get 2 picks, you have GA, next time you're up, your ult's back, boom, you ult someone else, guaranteed 3rd kill. And then maybe you get a 4th kill after that. And if your team can't win when you kill 3 or 4 for free, then maybe you just deserve to lose that game because, you know, that's just how sometimes it is. But, yeah, so itemization could be a little bit better because Prowlers, I mean, you could already 100 to 0 everybody. You don't need to do someone's health bar 2 times over. Yeah, you don't need it. It's endless. That's where utility items kind of come in handy. But you can see, yeah, this game just goes on and on and on. There's not really any sense of macro. It's just fight, 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 fight. So just looking for picks, shove out waves, wait for the inhibs. And right here, when you're down this many, this is where you start giving stuff. So you give the objective, farm it up, play together. Most importantly, play together. I would look for the Quinn there. Quinn's overexcited by herself. Got her off. Get the blue. Yeah, I think you get her right. Nice. Okay. So, now that it is a 4v5 on the map, this is a position where you could honestly just like 5-man send it mid. If you guys all went mid right now and just hard push this, you would actually win. I'm not even kidding. You would actually win.
Oh, wow.
You would win right here because 5v4, and you know if you get on any of them, you're one-shotting them. So, think about that. You're one-shotting one, and then you could probably get another one after your ult, so that's 2, right? Diego is top. Diego is not pushing faster than 5 people. Not. Even though this base is open, I mean, you have a TP. You have a TP with Cho'Gath as well. So, it's not like he's gonna, like, make it there super fast and end it. Plus, if worse comes to worse, you can E over a wall, Q over a wall, make it back, save the day, right? Be the hero. Because look, you just killed him right there. Not like you can't 1v1 this guy. You know you can 1v1 him. You can easily 1v1 him. Right here, looking to fight again. Yada yada yada. You got 2 free picks. 2 for 2 though, so there's 3v3 on the map. Looking for another pick. Looking for the game winner play. I smell it, I see it. And you just shove it out. I wonder how much gold you have saved at this point. 2k? Okay. Not too much. But full build. Been full build for a while. Okay. Not a bad idea. Looking for the split. That adds pressure. That buys pressure right there. Good. Poke him out. Yeah, I wouldn't go in. I would just do that, run away, buy time for this, and then 5v5. Straight up 5v5. Best chance of you winning. Because it's all about stalling. When inhibs are down, it's all about stalling. Doing those inhibs and stalling because it gives you so much golden XP. Because there's super minions spawning in every wave, and not only are they super minions, which gives more golden XP, they're also killing your wave. The enemies aren't getting waves, and you're just getting waves perma. So your team is just getting way more golden XP. Seraphine's level 18, now it's level 16 still. 42 minutes in. So here's a little Zoe. You know, the game just gets backdoored. I think.
Yeah, will happen.
Alright. But yeah, you see what I mean? Like all this stuff from like 20 minutes to 43 minutes, this can all be avoided just simply by trying your hardest not to die. Not necessarily being a KDA player, but just after a play is done, you think about, okay, how do I capitalize on this? You know, how do I make sure the next fight goes as well as this fight, you know? Okay, not a bad play to look for something aggressive. Get the GA, get out. We have 2 people defending. Okay. Oh no, Cho'Gath came. Oh, that's... Oh. You guys actually could have won. You could have just won here. Oh no, that's so sad if he did TP.
Yeah.
Unlucky, but I mean, I think the thing is that you could have won the game here, you could have won the game here, you could have won the game here, you could have won the game here. That's just things to think about, because once you start to realize all this stuff and you start like getting more comfortable with it, better with it, I mean, all this stuff, like 3, 5 minutes, 10 minutes in, all this stuff I told you, no one in your elo is going to do that. No one in gold elo is going to do that. No one in plat or diamond elo is going to do that. That's like a master's plus. If you're able to implement like any of the things I taught you and told you into your gameplay, you're going to be miles ahead of every single person in your elo bracket. And then after that, it's just knowing not to die. You know, not to die 11 times. Just work on not dying 11 times. Best thing I can tell you. You have any questions?
No, I see. I kind of like, I learned a lot of like new things.
Okay.
It was like really helpful, like the pathing thing, but like the just pathing top, or if not, you cannot get a gank. You just recall that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that. I mean,
Yeah.
that it was like the same time.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of junglers feel that way, so just getting that kind of clarity. And you know, if there's anything that you want to kind of rewatch, I'm probably gonna upload this on YouTube so you can check it out. But anyways,
Oh yeah, I'll definitely.
thank you so much for joining on this. I
Oh
appreciate
no,
it.
man. Thanks to you for coaching me for free.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
actually a huge. I played 3 games. I lost them all. I just yeah. So like this actually, I hope this helps, and I'll just try it. I'll
Alright.
let you know on the stream.
Sweet, awesome. All right, I'm gonna head out. Have a good day.
All right. You too, man. Thanks
Peace.
for everything. Peace.
Sweet, that was awesome. Great coaching, great coaching. So I believe Mr. Karamon got redeemed. Karamon X.